Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be Lost Media Category 122, Hellraiser Partially Found Original Cut of Body Horror Film 1987. So originally I was gonna do this Lost Media a long time ago, but I was really hesitant about doing it on my YouTube channel because this article has been tagged as not safe for work and not safe to life due to its discussion of extreme violence, gore, and sexual content. Now, I know this Hellraiser is just a horror movie and whatever, but it sounds like the original cut of the movie was a lot darker than the finished product. So I didn't know if I really wanted to cover this Lost Media on my YouTube channel. But after months of thinking about it and re-looking at it, I think I am going to give it a Lost Media video on my YouTube channel. And that is what I am doing today. As once I said again, this article has been tagged as not safe for work and not safe for life due to its discussion of extreme violence, gore, and sexual content. So if you do not like any of those things, then I would automatically click off this video because it seems like the original cut of Hellraiser is a lot darker than the final cut. So let's get into it. Hellraiser is a 1987 body horror film written and directed by Clive Barker, based on his 1986 novel, The Hellbound Heart. The film centers on the Cotton family, specifically that the matriarch Julia attempting to resurrect her dead lover Frank through the killing of others, and the teenage daughter Kristy. All the while, the Lament Configuration plays a part in their lives, accompanied by the demonic Cenobites headed by Pinhead, one of the horror genre's most iconic and recognizable villains. While controversial upon initial release, it strung violence and gore, so much so that it was banned in several areas, including the Canadian province of Ontario. It was a big hit at the box office, opening at number 3 in the UK alone, and was critically acclaimed, with Melody Maker calling it the best horror film ever made in Britain, and renowned horror writer Stephen King called Barker the future of horror fiction. As of today, it still has a critical acclaim with a 70% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and has become a cult classic and has spawned many sequels, as well as inspired other films from Cube to Event Horizon. It was because of this extreme gore and violence, however, that let the much censorship of the film back upon its original release, most notably by the Motion Picture Association of America, of who demanded cuts to the film's violence and sexual scenes in order to secure an R rating. In turn, it has led the original cut of film becoming lost media, although parts of it have been recovered over the years. Original cut. The scenes cut in the original version by the MPAA include the following: a flashback sex scene between Julia and her lover Frank in order to reduce the amount of explicit sextivity, including anal sex and spanking. A scene whereby victim of Julia was wearing no underwear with an alternate scene with he was being used instead. The murder of Julia's first victim, whereby the amount of times Julia beat him with a hammer was reduced. Kirsty's encounter with Frank, whereby a shot of sticking her hand into Frank's gut was removed, toned down to the explicit gore. Frank being ripped apart with chains at the end of the film by the Cenobites. In a later DVD commentary, Barker admitted to approving of some of the edits, including the hammer murder and Kristy's encounter, feeling as though they made such scenes more effective, explaining that was why he kept such edits in former scene. Despite the MPAA offering to restore such changes later on, he, however, lamented the edits to Frank ripping apart scene, as well as finding it out about the changes to the aforementioned sex scene, claiming that the MPAA told me I was allowed 2 consecutive butt-talk thrusts from Frank, but the third would deem obscene. Availability. To this day, much of the cut has yet to surface, with Barker confessing that he is unaware of where it is. This, coupled with the fact that he approved of some of the edits, indicates that a full uncut version of Hellraiser is unlikely to be released in the near future. However, in 2017, the German label Tribune released a slightly extended version of Hellraiser on Blu-ray, of which included a slightly longer scene of Frank being ripped to shreds, allegedly becoming the first home media release anywhere to include that uncut version of the scene. Such process was said to have come about due to using footage from the sequel Hellbound Hellraiser 2 to fill the gaps. So there is 2 videos. There is the original trailer of the film, and then there's a video from GNC Films Cutting Edge series examining the censorship of the first 2 Hellraiser movies. And that is Lost Media Category 122, Hellraiser Partially Found Original Cut of Body Horror Film 1987. And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Period.